Hey guys, happy Friday. Hey Felicia. It looks says it's two people here, but I only see you coming. But hey girl, hey, happy Friday. How are you? How has your Friday been so far? I'm just glad it's Friday. It's a 3-day weekend for me because Monday I follow the governmental holiday calendar. So yeah, I get all the holidays. Although we are taking off. Hey, Mike, Veterans Day from one of the days that we take off for the office and added Juneteenth. So, yeah, they swapped out one that we were given to add Juneteenth. But hey, everybody. So, how are y'all Fridays going? Hey, Urban. Who else? Hey, Erica. I'm glad you're here because I have a question. Because I'm going to be opening up some things. And does Kaba have well, I know his name isn't Kaba, but his channel, Kaba, is it games on YouTube? I'm not YouTube, Instagram. Does he have a YouTube? Let me know if you know. Because I was going to, after this video goes up, I'm going to tag the folks, hey, Carbon, that are I'm opening things from in the video. I need to be better at doing that because I'm doing it afterwards. I need to really kind of probably do it before. I thought not because I was searching, girl. Hey, TLC in the garden. Uh-oh. Is her healthy home in here? Hey, her healthy home. I'm like, I saw somebody say, hey. I'm missing y'all. How's everybody doing today? How is y'all Friday? Y'all, I'm just happy it's Friday. I'm in Ohio. I know some of y'all in these beautiful, still warmer climated states. But here, I think this weekend we're supposed to get our, it's dropping into the 30s, like the low 30s. The first frost wasn't supposed to be until later in the month, but predictions are that we are going to have a really, I don't want to say bad, but just more of a winter than we've had in a while. So, Urban, don't talk to me. I already know you dealing with it. I already know what you dealing with. It's probably degrees colder than what we have. So I already know, girl. But yeah, I had to come home and turn up the heat a couple notches because it's chilly outside today. All day it's been. Usually it's chilly in the morning, and by the afternoon it's decent. It's warm. Like I could go outside in my t-shirt and I'll be fine. Today, no. I need a hoodie or a jacket, or I might get sick. And I know I probably already sound sick. I sound nasally because of my sinuses, because that's the other thing I deal with when the seasons change. So I've been having a lot of sinus drainage, but I can breathe in and out my nose, in and out my throat. My throat isn't congested. Like nothing's congested or anything, but I sound nasally because from here to my throat is drainage. I digress. Oh, I know you get it cold too there, Mike. Yes. See? 86 degrees in Florida, y'all. Did y'all see that? Erica's in 86 degrees. I'm just saying. And I'm drinking some ginger ale, by the way. But I'm going to get to opening packages. I did, Felicia. I did last night. So, guys, I was on Humble Stewards live yesterday where they do crafting. It's Humble Stewards Crafting. And that's their crafting channel. And I was on there kind of helping out Tia. Tia was doing some projects. TT, I saw you come in. TT's Urban Pantry. There she go. She was doing a project with her Cricut. So I was kind of just following the chat and feeding back what was going on in the chat to her. But anyway, because of how I sound, people were giving some suggestions. So I had Felicia had a suggestion with ginger. I didn't have ginger. I don't have ginger, I should say, on hand in house. I would have to go to the store. And then Andell was in that live. Well, not in the live, but she was in the chat, and she gave another. I wish you would have been in there, Her Healthy Home, because you probably would have had a suggestion for me. But Andell had one, and it was with onion, garlic, honey. It was like one or two other things. However, I had all those things, but you're supposed to put all that together, leave it for 24 hours, and then take a spoonful. Well, I was TT had a suggestion of something that I had. It was just baking soda and honey that I could do last night because the drainage tickles my throat. So that's what it was making me cough a lot while I was live yesterday. Lime and I don't have lime. I don't know if I have clove either. But I'm gonna get my herbal stuff together because I'm like having a natural remedy to those things. I'm here for it. So I did a teaspoon of the baking soda, and then you just put enough honey in there. There's really no measurement, but you just put enough to congeal pretty much that baking soda. So I don't even think it was a teaspoon. And then you just take it by the spoon and swallow it down. I kid you not, it's not easy. It wasn't as nasty as I thought it was going to be because it didn't feel like the honey helped, but it was hard to swallow. It felt thick. So I chased it with ginger ale. I like the 0 one. So I just buy the little cans because my husband has to limit how much fluid he's allowed to have a day because he has a heart issue. So his body does not retain fluid. He only gets to have so much fluid a day. So I buy the little cans. That way, when he wants like a soda, and I always buy the zeros, which I don't know if that's better or not, but we don't do the sugary stuff. And then we have those. So I had some 0 ginger ales and I chased it with that, and I felt better immediately. Hardly any coughing. I know as soon as I say this, a cough is going to come. But even today when I woke up, I felt great. I was like, did that really work or is it in my head? But I think it really worked. You are, Mike? I think it really worked. You know what? Her Healthy Home, Tia said this was a childhood remedy that her mom did with them as kids. And so she continues to do it with her child. But I'm not kidding you. I have felt relief since I did it. So, if anybody who was in that live would tell you, I was trying to control it, but the more I talk, because just naturally when you talk, you vibrate your voice vibrates in you. So it was vibrating where the tickle was coming from my sinus drainage, and it was just making me cough because of that, because I felt that tickle, and I could have, but I wasn't going to do something that I do if I'm just at home chilling, which is this thing I do with my nose to like make it kind of itch, scratch if you have sinuses, you know what I'm talking about, that, So I was like, I'm not going to do that on live. It's been doing it since the 80s, TT said. Grapefruit, Mike, I ain't got that. That's the problem. I don't have like probably a lot of the herbs and stuff. I usually have lime. So Carbon Q had the lime and clove. I don't usually have clove. I don't know though. I might have it. I honestly might, but I don't know for sure. But I usually have lime on hand, and I don't right now. I have a lemon. I have lemon. I have orange. I have turmeric. Turmeric and what? Just turmeric, Felicia? I definitely have turmeric. I'm going back, guys, because I know I missed a lot of things that were being said. I've got to put this on the screen. I'm so mad at you right now, Tina. How warm is it down there? You are further south from me. That look, let me see what it say. That warm. How warm? 52. It's probably not far from that. 56. I'm 4 degrees warmer than you. We're both in Ohio. I was like, how warm? Girl, I am not feeling this. And I haven't harvested my sweet potatoes yet. And well, that's a lot. I harvested some of my sweet potatoes that were in, I did some in laundry baskets with just the landscape fabric. Something ate all. What girl? Listen, y'all. I was gonna say girl, like I'm talking to my friend. Y'all, one of the baskets, I did a video last month just doing a garden tour of what was still in the garden or what I had put into the garden. And I showed the baskets that had the sweet potatoes in it, and you could see the potatoes poking out the dirt. So I knew I had potatoes in both baskets. Something dug, probably a squirrel, literally completely up the potato in one basket. There was no potatoes in that basket when I harvested it. Excuse me. The other basket had some digging, but they did not take the potatoes. All the potatoes had bites off of them. Like maybe half the potato was gone. Maybe it just had a few bites into it. So all the potatoes were just no good. So I was not happy about this. And that was the ones that were in laundry baskets. So I have one that's a huge planter that I put some sweet potatoes in. The vines look beautiful. They flowered during the summer. All the things. I'm hoping that I get some sweet potatoes out of there. I'm not a huge sweet potato eater, but I wanted some sweet potatoes from my garden, and I wanted to see if I like them better when I grow them because everything else I do. So there's that. Um, yes, Nightbot is a person. No, it's a AI. Nightbot is AI. I set Nightbot to tell jokes. So if you type joke, he'll tell joke. And I know the jokes be feeling very personal, but it's AI. And then if you type frugal in the chat, it will drop your channel link. So definitely do that while you're in here. Frugal, Frugal. It's not cap sensitive, so you can type it any way you want to. And it will drop your channel link so people can follow you. I wear Vicks like perfume so I can breathe. I can breathe. That's the weird thing. I just sound like I can. And it's 85 in Alabama. That's nice, Felicia. Okay, I'm going back to the bottom, y'all. So I'm probably going to miss some stuff. And y'all know ginger ale is the cure for everything. Ginger ale, go lay down. That's what you do. I'm being funny, but for real. And whenever I don't feel good, I definitely, hey, Hudson, hey, bro, what's up? Who else did I miss? Wait a minute, I went down to the bottom and I might have missed some people who came in. I didn't think about that. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm going to open, I haven't looked in the packages, but I opened them up because the last time I was struggling on camera to get these packages open because I didn't have my scissors in here and my desk. I had taken them out and done something else with them. So let's get to it. Hey, David. What's up? Y'all, I was far from the bottom. Okay, I made it to the bottom. So let me tell y'all. So I was over at My Fly Family channel. Now, if y'all was in my last unboxing live, y'all saw I got a package from My Fly Family. Erica's in here now. She might still be here. I'm not sure, but she was. Anyway, I went on their channel. Well, I was up on their live, up on the panel, because you had to come up and show something. That's how I ended up winning. You had to present something that you had in your house. It was like a scavenger hunt. Well, Urban Garden Chronicles, who's also in here right now. She was up there as well, and she ended up winning the second thing. What's up, Stacy? Hands in the dirt. That was given from another person. He doesn't have a YouTube. That's what I was asking Erica if you were here at the beginning. But he follows YouTubers, but he has a Instagram, which is, if you want to go check him out, hold on, give me a second. Hold on. It's 20 Kaba, Kaba 21. So if you want to go check him out, you could check him out over there on Instagram. But anyway, he was giving away some merch. And Urban won, and Urban was like, send it to Gina because it's gonna cost you too much money to send it to me. If y'all don't know, Urban is in Canada. So yeah. So I ended up with 2 prizes. Thanks, sis. So I got my package from him. So let me show y'all what I got. So I got this cap. I hope it's coming through okay. My y'all know I ain't even gonna embarrass myself. Let me see. Y'all, my head is big. And this is a snap back. It's probably best that it has the snaps, because not having the snaps is even more embarrassing, because that's the size for your head. And don't be saying that's smart either, David, because I know you will. Hey, Cassandra. So anyway, let's see. I had to move some of them snaps. I could wear a cap. I don't usually, but I can. Look, I'm gonna keep it on. So I got the cap, and I got and his like I said, his Instagram is 20 Kaba Kaba 21, and it's Team Kaba at Team Kaba Kaba. So I also got this water. Well, I guess you can put whatever you want in it, but I would probably put water bottle. So I got that from him. So, you know, if you out here in these YouTube streets just strolling about, thank you. Y'all, I like getting with little packages here and there, especially when I be on people's channels and I'm winning. Because usually I don't. Then when I do, I be so excited. Y'all should see me running for that scavenger hunt. So I knew David was gonna have something to say. Didn't I say that, y'all? He don't know how to act. He don't be knowing. Anyway, this one is a package, another package, y'all, from well, who is this from? My Renaissance grandma. Hold on. I want to get this off my screen. All right. My Renaissance grandma. So she did a live most of the time. Let me tell y'all something. If y'all ever see her doing a live, first of all, if you ain't following her, y'all better go follow her. And if she in here, hey, I don't see her come in, but she tends to pop in my lives. But if you're not following her, you need to be following her. My Renaissance grandma. She's a smaller channel, but she has great content. She does a lot of natural everything. She makes natural supplements. She makes her own Goalie vitamins. She makes soap. She does the spices. If you saw my videos talking about that, the soap and the spices. And she is a great lady. And she I think she eats a vegan lifestyle. She did a whole week of making different vegan recipes with banana blossoms, like just a lot of things like that. But anyway, and she shares a lot. She has a lot of preparedness items. Actually, I wish I could have won this one item, Carbon one on there. They were these tallets, and actually go over to Carbon's channel. When she got it, she did a video on them showing what it was. Yes, and it's worth having. So that was it's gonna be a couple videos back for Carbon, because she done did quite a bit since then. But go find it when she opened her package from My Renaissance grandma, because I like those, and I'm gonna have to go get some. I think you can find it on Amazon, but that's all I'm gonna say. Go look at Carbon's channel. How about that? Anyway, I was in her live and she did a give. She does a giveaway a lot of times after she discusses whatever she came on live to talk about. And I won a couple times, and you can win more than once. So she usually has sometimes, I don't know, 15, 20 different prizes. It depends. And yeah, so she just sent me a card. It says, "Thank you for your support." And it just says, "My Renaissance Grandma." So let's see what we got in here. I got a flashlight. And it's rechargeable. Oh, so is that what that is? Like solar? Maybe it's a solar flashlight. It says tactical grade, rechargeable, hybrid flashlight. Yeah, you need it. Don't be jealous. I know they are, Carbon. I saw your video where you did. I knew they were great when you won them, but when you did your video showing how you used it and how big and durable they were, I was like, I need them. You can't. That's definitely got to go in a go bag. So some waterproof tape. And these are great things to have in your go bag. So we got some waterproof tape. I got some gauze and some Benadryl, a Benadryl itch stick. First aid, you need that. Uh-oh, what is this? Oh yeah, this is rope, which is another good thing to have. You never know when that's going to come in handy. Let me put this to the side. I'm running out of room on my desk. And then I won the starter garden pack. It has sunflowers, the seeds, cucumber, squash, and watermelon. Which watermelon is that? I don't know. It just says watermelon. Y'all can see that. Ignore my nails, y'all. I'm getting them done this weekend. Stop judging me. I feel judged. Stop it. They are jacked up. They be breaking all over the place. Hey, I thought I seen her come in. Oh, I did. Hey, my Renaissance Grandma. So, what's this? I was just talking about how you did the little series on the banana blossoms, a week of different recipes. And she sent me some banana blossom soup. Soap. Some banana blossom soap. Yes. And it smells amazing. And it says face and hair bar, so I can use this bar in my hair. Yes or no to that, my Renaissance Grandma? I'm saving my I don't want to say my favorite, but y'all listen. So you'll see. But she sent me a bag. Y'all see that? Y'all better be following my Renaissance Grandma. I'm telling you. Y'all better be following her. And then it's got a picture of the blessed season on the other side. Yes. And I want some seasoning. I won some seasoning. Was that dirt? Yeah, I'm not doing you today, David. Y'all see he tried it? No, that's just my nail. It looked like it though, but it broke. I get the dip nails and I broke it. David, dang. So I got the smoky greens and the salt free. This one, I have all of these. I bought this one. I bought the cha-cha and the low sodium. But the salt free, I have probably bought 4 to 5 containers of this one. I'm looking that way because I'm looking at the shelf that the other ones are on. I have 2 left. I have one I'm using already in the kitchen. So now I have 3 backups. I use this one the most. As I mentioned before, my husband deals with, he has a heart situation. So I try to cook with as little salt as possible. And these have been a godsend. These seasonings are, listen, it's some people in the chat who've tried it. Listen, FR Humphrey. She uses the smoky greens all the time. Oh yeah, I'm using that for my hair then, because I can't use conditioner for a while because I'm getting locked. So these, I don't know if you guys knew that, but that's what's happening with my hair. Why it's always so curly. My hair just wants to curl. It's not the locks that's making it curl. My hair just wants to curl. But I have micro locks, so I can't use conditioner because it makes your locks slide. So yeah. Hey Cheryl, how you doing? So yes, and I know that TT has tried the she loves them. She's tried my Renaissance Grandma seasonings. And you the next winner, David. You need to be. You need to be. You know what? Stay tuned. Something might happen later. Stay tuned. Because I'm telling you, I love these. So, like I said, I have the smoky green. I have the hot cha-cha. I said cha-cha, but it's called hot cha-cha, which is a more peppery, spicier seasoning. I like spicy. And then I have the low sodium, and I have the salt-free. And I love them all. I have used them all. And I love them all. And I can't talk about them enough. And y'all probably sick of me talking about it, but prepare to be sick of me because I'm going to keep talking about them because I love them. So what y'all up to this Friday? That's what I got. That's all I have to share. I said all like it ain't a lot. I had a lot. But that's what I had to share. I'm just putting everything back down into the box. Cause y'all, I feel like Christmas like a couple times a week. And I'm like, it's hard for me to not open my stuff sometimes. And I'd be like, no, I want to wait and open it on live. Sometimes I'd be like, oh, I could just do a video. I want to do a video. I want to do it on live. How about that? So I did drop the link, guys. If anybody wants to come up and chat, I'm gonna take this off. And but I actually look cute. I don't usually wear hats. I probably will now that I have locks in the wintertime because I do like a nice knit, like cute hat. But before, when I've been natural for a long time, so my hair is very thick. And it's not because my head is big, David. It's because my hair is thick. A lot of hats did not fit very well to my head. Be nice, you guys. Taking care of odds and ends. I know that's right, Felicia. It's been a long week for me. Last week, my office moved. We moved from the building we were into a completely different building. So if you know how exhausting and frustrating and all the things moving house is, moving from one home to another, just imagine a business. It was hectic. And we had 3 days for the movers to get everything from the one location to the other and to get all the things that we weren't taking that were being disposed of out of the location we were in to go to the dump. They were supposed to get everything moved in one day, which was Wednesday. That was not going to happen. When they showed up, they were like, oh, the guy who contracted this completely underbidded this job. So they were stressed because it was a lot bigger job than they expected. So Thursday comes, they still don't completely finish Thursday. We actually told them that they had no choice but to be done by Thursday because we had to be out by Friday. And we literally finished like early Friday, probably about 11 o'clock. I left the old building because I had to go to the new building to take care of some stuff for my job. So I was like, I got to go to the new building. So I left the trustee, which is who I work for, and a couple other people at the old building to deal with them getting all the trash and stuff out. When I say trash, I mean like the old furniture, like chairs and stuff we weren't taking and all that stuff that needed to be dumped. And they got it done right before 3 o'clock on Friday. But I was exhausted at the end of that week. And then I started this week still feeling exhausted because we're working out of chaos. So I complain, but it's gotten better. We've began to find a rhythm to the chaos. Our current building that we moved into is still under construction. Excuse me. Sorry. It's still under construction, so we're not in our offices yet. We're in another section of the floor that all of our stuff is just stacked up on top of it and stuff. And yeah, it's interesting. Anyway, that's my week. And I'm happy for a 3-day weekend. Hey, Tori. I haven't been over to play games in a while. Y'all follow Tori's Brain Games. Great channel. Fun time. I love going over there and playing games. He does games Monday through Friday. And sometimes he might pop up on a Saturday. But yeah, I get you, Felicia. Felicia said I can't wait, so no unboxing videos for me. Sometimes I have to do an impromptu because of that. That one I did where I got the vanilla because I didn't know what that was. I was like, why is Lacey Days ahead sending me something? I don't remember wearing nothing on their channel. I was really like thrown. I felt bad because I thought, did I win something over there and forget? Like, I felt bad. I felt like I had forgot something and I hadn't. It was just a kind gesture. But yeah. So what you guys getting into this weekend? What's going on with everybody? What's happening? I'm chilling. It's supposed to be cold. I think I am going to try to harvest these sweet potatoes. If it wasn't for the fact that every time I go outside and try to do if I tried to do a live outside on my patio, I'd be fine. But once I go over to the garden, it gets sketchy and I don't get a good signal, or else I would do it live. We got a used sticker from Jesse. Nice. Oh, I did. I thought you were saying you did. I know I did. I thought you did as well. But yes. So I'm just looking forward to a long weekend. I'm not doing a bunch of nothing other than I'm getting my nails done because this ain't it. But it happens all the time. I was moving and stuff and I kept breaking them and I was like, well, that's just what it is. I'm having my monthly live at 11 tomorrow. Okay. I will have to remember that. I'm gonna have to. Did you put a community post up already, Hudson? Y'all, because of me having so much going on at work, that's why y'all haven't seen me in these YouTube streets. I know y'all probably like, girl, we ain't missed you. Yes, y'all have. But I haven't been on anybody's channels like that. I just started showing up last night in people's stuff. And I was MIA because I was just busy. Okay. Then I'll find it. I'll see that. I just been busy from that, and not just busy, just exhausted by the end of the day. I had a couple of nights I didn't get out of the office until almost 7, and I get off of work at 4. Okay, let's just make that make sense. Fighting this bronchitis and try to edit voice some videos. Yeah, you know what? those are the things that that worry me, is if I get bronchitis, because the last time I did, it turned into pneumonia for me. Yes, Miss Cheryl, that watermelon. I beat Broke too. Broke, you still in here? About 1 pound. He came over though. He took that with a grain of salt. It was just being, healthy, competition. I'm doing eat. I've been seeing that, and I wait a minute. Speaking of that, Felicia, she's been doing Inktober on Instagram, and hope to do a video about it this weekend. Okay, so she's going to do a video about it. My question is, there he is. My question is, the one you just posted, the last one, it might have been either late last night or early this morning, like midnight or so. Did you paint that one? You said you were going to be posting something you were painting. It looked like it had been painted, but I was like, did she paint that one? Yay or nay, Felicia? But yeah, look, broke poked those eyes out like, what you talking about, Gina? You know my 1 pound more. You know I ain't gonna let that die. I look, all my watermelons sucked, and I finally got one that got big. No, I have not cut it yet, Miss Cheryl, and it's not because I'm worried about anything with it or like it not being ready or not. I don't have enough room to store it. Once I cut it open, we are not gonna eat all that watermelon in no day or so. So I need to have somewhere to store it after I cut it. Now I know I need to cut it soon because I don't want it to get that. Y'all know when it gets that texture, that funky texture to it, because it's just, yeah. So I don't know. Maybe I'll cut it and see if I can take some to like my brother-in-law or a friend or something, because we not gonna. I eat it the most. My daughter, my youngest daughter that still lives at home, she doesn't eat it at all, and my husband can just take or leave it. So you did, okay. I loved it, but I was like, did she paint that, or is that somebody else's portrait picture? Yes, that Z pack. I've never been on prednisone, but I've had to have the Z pack before. Excuse me. See, there it is trying to come, but the devil is a lie. Yes, Mike, at the lake. I'm hoping I don't wait till it gets to that. I just cut it off the vine last weekend, so it hasn't even been a full 7 days. It's been probably like what, 5 or 6 days. Something came up on my thing. I'm sorry, y'all. I heard my thing say I had a message. Hey Lydia. So yeah. Freeze it. I can. Thank you, Hudson. And make smoothies and add to smoothies. I didn't think about that. Oh, that wasn't the one. Yes. And I did that with when I made my I guess I could do that too, Mike. I blended it when I made my watermelon jam. Did y'all see my wings? Hey, that's the thing. Did y'all see my wings on my short? I tossed some wings in that watermelon jalapeno jam. It was good. Y'all be looking for stuff to do with them jams. You don't always have to have it on like just do the cheese and cracker thing that some people do. I've done it with pork chops. Not the watermelon one, but I did the festive jam on some pork chops once. Um, I've had it on a burger. Excuse me, the festive jam. TT, don't come for me. I feel like you just came for me. I feel like you just came for me. Watermelon lemonade juice. I got a lemon. I ain't think about that. But okay, this is my question. Well, I guess I can strain it, because I was like, even though I blended it, like when I did the jam, it was fine. But if I just blend it and then add some lemonade to it, is it still going to have that gritty texture to it because it's watermelon? It's not all water flavor, but I probably would just have to strain it through a strainer to catch all that pulpiness. I'll probably do that. The wings, yeah. But you see how TT tried to come for me, Mike? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Hudson. Mm-hmm. I see you, girl. Oh, they canned watermelon, lemonade, and popsicles. Well, they didn't can popsicles, but they made popsicles, I'm assuming. Um, okay. I could do that. I could do that. I would definitely drink it as a juice. See, I didn't think of stuff like that. So that's why these conversations are good to have, because you just gave me something to do with my watermelon. Because I had so many peppers, y'all. I probably had, if I would have had like a big bowl, I probably had a big bowl full of peppers. And yes, my plants are still loaded with peppers. I need to go harvest them all because of this freeze. I still have Scotch bonnets. I probably have about 10, 12 Scotch bonnets out there, um, 30, 40 jalapenos, probably twice that amount in habaneros. And then I have some serranos and some bananas. Probably not as much as the other stuff. And then I still have some bell peppers out there, some green bells, and maybe like 4 or 5 purples. Um, I need to go harvest and pull those plants up. And yeah, I figured that, Hudson. Um, I do have a fine mesh strainer, by the way, Mike. And that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm gonna need to use. Um, but the ones that I had already picked, I do need to make hot sauce, and I am planning on doing that. But I had way more than I would need for just anything. I already made like the one that Stacy did, the vinegar pepper sauce. I do have some of that. I told you guys already. I've pickled jalapenos. I have 10 or so jars of pickled jalapenos. I even have some hot pickles that I put jalapenos in with the pickles to make hot pickles. I've done salsa. I have candied jalapenos. I've done the pepper jams. I needed some more stuff to do with jalapenos. So I even did dried jalapenos and made my own pepper flakes. Like the crushed, not the, yeah, like the crushed, not the grinded, ground, like the crushed pepper flakes. And so what I ended up doing, because some of them were starting to get a little soft, I just put them in my blender and I pulsed them. And when on my thing, when you pulse it, I control how many times that blade spins. So I would literally tap it because I didn't want to make it watery. Wanted to just be chopped. So I just literally would tap, tap, tap until it got the kind of consistency I wanted it. And then I put it in freezer bags and froze it for me to later use it in salsa or something whenever I want to make some salsa. And I did the same thing with my bell peppers. So I can use that for dishes or I can use it for spaghetti, pasta sauce. So because I already had chopped frozen peppers in my freezer. So I take peppers, especially my bells, I'll slice them and I'll put freezer bags of sliced bell peppers in my freezer. And I also dice them and put freezer bags of diced bell peppers in my freezer, which I wanted. So I'm not complaining. I grew a lot of peppers because I wanted to have a lot of peppers because I wanted them to last me a long time. Because I don't know if you've been to the grocery store, but I have. And a bell pepper can easily cost you $1. One bell pepper. One. Don't try to get a colored one. You better get a green one for $1. Because if you want color, then you're gonna pay more. They full up. They be on one. I went to the store recently and saw I was what was I? I was looking for potatoes. Y'all, I'm serious. Like I'm so frustrated. a 5-pound bag of white potatoes, like the Yukon Golds, even the Idaho, was like $5.99 for a $5.99. You used to be able to get it for $2.99, and that was after you used to be able to get it for $1.99. Y'all, I'm starting to feel like my parents when my mom used to tell me the story about her and her sister could go to the store with a quarter and both get a hot dog and a soda to split. I'm starting to feel like that when I tell stories about how things used to cost whatever. $5.99 for 5 pounds of potatoes. Angry is what I was. I was like, oh, what you gonna do is you're gonna grow more potatoes next year. I'm not even being funny. Not being funny. My store wants $2.50 per. Probably so. I'm quoting the price from before these price hikes, Mike, because I haven't brought up bell pepper in I don't know how long because I've been growing them. So they could be that price in my store too. And I have potatoes from this year because I did grow some, and I have a few left still, but they weren't gonna last me through like that much time. I probably have enough to do maybe 2 more meals. Um, I know you exaggerate, Mike. You better be. $9 for some Doritos. You better be lying. Now that I don't know, but you better be lying. Um, but yes, you out doing cardio walking, Carbon? I need to be. I actually the building we moved into has a gym in it, and it's a free gym. It's you don't have to pay for it. It's just a has like I don't know 8 different pieces of equipment, and then maybe a weight bench and some free weights. But I'm gonna take advantage, and they have like a little area with the showers. They have a women's like locker room with showers and the men's. Stop playing. I wish I no I don't because I'm not gonna do it. Felicia in the house. Yes, she is. She is. She's here. I just picked up 4 or 5 pound bags of white potatoes. Nothing. Okay, no. Y'all need just in case somebody didn't see it, and I'm gonna say it out loud because Carbon's walking. I just picked up 4 5-pound bags of white potatoes for 99 cents each clearance. Nothing wrong with them, just past expiration date. When did they start putting an expiration date on potatoes? That I don't know. That I don't know because if you store them well, they'll last a while. Girl, I'm working out too. I'm so sick of her. Oh gosh, it ain't tapping on it. See, even StreamYard said no. We not fooling with Tia. Talking about some she working out too. Working out this. I think it's supposed to say fork to my mouth with cake. Where you get cake? Did you make it, girl? Hey Miss Shirley. Hey there. Croker had 5 pounds. What you say, Stacy? Hold on. Hold on. I need to see that. Oh shoot. Y'all jumping. Hold on. Hold on. What do you say? When? Stacy, when? Because I will go to Kroger. Don't play. I actually live right down the street from Kroger. Like literally you could walk over there. But literally it's I wouldn't walk. It ain't that close. But it's like right down the street from me, but it kind of crosses the line of the hood. And I don't like the Kroger. And it's not the people. I don't mind the customers that shop there. The hoodness is the employees. They are rude. So I go a little out to go to my dang on Kroger. But I shop at all the stores. What up, Nikki? The everyday life of an OCD-ish chick. Hey, girl. Hey, Food by Faye. How you doing? So, y'all, I was sharing my packages that I got. I got a package from my Renaissance grandma. So y'all better be following her. And I also got a package from His name is Kaba Sports on Instagram. So he's not actually on YouTube. He's not a YouTuber, but he does follow a lot of YouTubers in their content. Um, and I met him over in My Fly Family's live, which I hope y'all are following them too, because they all about the preparedness. Y'all know how we do. We got different things that we be, you know, about in this community, but you want to be prepared in all the ways. A lot of us are gardeners in here, but some of us are have multiple things that we get into. Gardening, crafting, different kinds of preparedness. I've been a couponer before, but I want to be prepared in all the ways. Like, I think if nothing, these last 3 years should have shown us is that we could be better prepared. We could be better prepared because these three, well, really it's three because we're going on the third. Almost a full 3 years have shown us is that ain't nobody gonna take care of us but us. We could wait and see what other people gonna do, but and if y'all think that them doing those what was some things called when they was giving the money stems was because they was trying to help us, and I'm going to say us in general because I honestly wasn't that affected by the situation of what was going on in the world with the beanie, because my job wasn't affected, so I was working the whole time, and things like that, so I didn't have any significant impact to my lifestyle because of it. But I still did get the STEM because I had a child that was in that age factor. So, but it was not for the fact of so much, trying to make sure we were taken care of. No. By saying that this is to make sure that kids are not going hungry and all the things, what are you going to do with it? How are you going to feed the kids? You're going to go buy groceries, which means you're going to pour that money into the community. Into the, not the community, into the market, which is what they needed. They needed that market to be stemmed. That's what they needed. That's why when people weren't spending the stems, that was another problem, just so you know. So, yeah. Yeah. But that's what that was. Them stems was for the gov to make sure they was good, not for us. But yeah, I guess it was twofold because you could have done, some good for you with it. Look, Kaba GC just came into the chat. Yeah. So I was showing them. Let me fix. See, in the camera, I feel like everything is that way. Look, I look good in the hat, and I don't be wearing no hat. But so Kaba GC is where this came from. And this, I've been sending people your way on Instagram because I know you active over there because I be seeing your Instagram posts to be tapping. So I know you active over there. I didn't know if you had a YouTube, but Erica told me that no. I know you just be on here, and that's great. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I look. Yes. So thank you, thank you. Look, everybody like, hey. So I told you guys, for those of you who weren't here in the beginning, Urban is actually who won from Kaba's giveaway. But because she is in Canada and it costs a lot to ship to her, she told Kaba to send it to me. So I benefited. Thank you, sis. Thank you, Kaba. So I benefited from that. So merch, but definitely check out his Instagram. He's active definitely over there because, like I said, I be seeing the post. Very active. So it's and just go check out what he has going on over there. He definitely which I don't know, you guys should be following if you're not, My Fly Family. Um, they do some, all of their content isn't on firearms, but a lot is. But they have a lot of information about that. And hey Veggie Farm. Um, I like following. I like going to see what's being talked about because I have a lot of questions, and they had some answers for me too. So I asked quite a few questions while I was over there. All right, see you later, Stacy. Um, but hands in the dirt, Stacy. By the way. Um, but yeah, did you tell me when they had this 99-cent potatoes? I must have missed it because I need to get those. Was that recently? Um, but yeah, I like, I follow a lot of different stuff, but that's something that I was interested in getting more information on because it's something that, some of us are interested in having if we don't already have. Just saying. So if you are looking, if you're just even interested in hearing about it, maybe you're not there yet, maybe you already are, but you want some more knowledge, head over to the people who are doing a lot with that. Kaba's one of them. He put and all his content on Instagram is not that, but a lot of it is. So and so does My Fly Family. So definitely check that out. But I like both of them. I follow him on Instagram, and I follow I might follow. I know they follow them on YouTube, but I'm like, do I follow them on Instagram as well? Don't know. I follow a lot of people on Instagram, so I get confused about who all I'm following over there. But yes, definitely check them out. So I got that, and then I showed what I got from my Renaissance grandma. So you saw my merch. This is what I got from Kava. Oh, yes. And I got this rope. Now I won all this, so I shouldn't say I got. I won. I was a winner. Now I told you the situation of how I won the stuff from Kava. I wasn't actually the winner, but I was in the end. I won in the end. But on my Renaissance Grandma's channel, a lot of times when she goes live, I'm not going to say every time because I don't want y'all to just go over to her live looking to win something because that might not be the case. But some of the times when she go live, she will have a giveaway. And I won a couple things from her last live giveaway, at least the last one I was in because I've been kind of MIA in these YouTube streets for just a little over a week. Anyway, I got the rope. I got this flashlight. It's rechargeable. And it is a tactical grade flashlight. I think that's important. Some waterproof tape. These are all good things to have. I'm gonna be putting this stuff with the stuff I got from Erica. Some gauze and some. It's an itch relief stick from Benadryl. Some banana blossom soap. You can't see the tag. And this soap is sticking to my paper towel. This soap is for face and hair. I'm gonna definitely try it. And my hair as well to see how it does. And then I got some spices. This one is the smoky greens, and this is the salt free. I was gonna say no salt, but I knew that wasn't what it was called. This is the salt free. And there's more. And I got her bag. And on the back is a picture of the blessed seasoning. So I got something to carry all the things in. Honestly, I might take this bag out to the garden with me when I pick my peppers and throw my peppers in my bag as I pick it. I might. I might. It seems like I had something else. Oh, I did. Here it is. And some seeds. Some sunflower, cucumber, squash, and watermelon seeds. He on IG, it's 20 Kaba 21. That's his name on IG. 20 Kaba 21. I'm gonna put it just like it is on. Oh shoot! I was typing in this anybody thing down there. I'm gonna put it just like it is on IG. It posts. That's his name on IG. You can find him there. Sorry about that, Veggie Farm. I didn't even think about that. I said it earlier, but I forgot all about it. So it's 20 Kaba 21. Yes, ma'am. And I'm trying to put everything back in there. But yes. So it's been like Christmas in October, I guess you could say. Cause I honestly got those packages like a couple days apart. And I was like, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna do a live unboxing. Cause of course I'm corny like that. Don't judge. Y'all always come in here judging me. Absolutely, Kaba. I like the content. That's why I be following. I like the content. And I say that with everybody. Go check it out. I'm usually between the two, IG and YouTube all the time. I don't really get on any other platforms. I'm not on Face. I am on Facebook, but I'm not. I don't even go on the app. So I have a Facebook account. I don't want to follow me on there because it's all my family on there and they be getting on my nerves. I love them dearly, but I be like, I don't want to see what y'all posting. It's really the kids. It's not the adults. But teenagers just be putting teenagers and young adults put all their business on the Facebooks and the Instagrams and the TikTok talks. I don't have any of them on my Instagram, so it be lit because they ain't there, and I get on them too. I'm Gina versus Gina. You probably didn't know. No, I'm not. That's a lie. I'm my season to win on IG. So the person that's on your stuff underscore my season SEASON number 2 win WIN. That's me. Because I forgot that I have told some people that like you probably won't know it's me because I'm not Gina versus Gina on there. I used to be a long time ago, but yeah, only reason why I'm going to keep it on YouTube, but I've been on YouTube since I think 2011 or 2012. It's been a long time. So at that time, I don't think there was really a way to change your name when I felt like changing it. And now I like it because it doesn't put me in a box. And honestly, I'm just going to be transparent. It was Best Yet Journey who said it to me because I was talking about changing my channel name to make more sense, I guess, to I don't know, to people following, like it makes sense to what I put out there. And she was like, no, your name doesn't put your content in a box. You can put content out about anything. I was like, valid point. So Gina versus Gina it is. But I started it at that because it was me against me, and I was starting my weight loss journey at the time, and that I liked the name. I came up with it on my own. I didn't take it from anybody else. There's a lot of versus people now, but back then it wasn't when I started that name in 2011. So, and drop your channel links, guys. The you guys on here that are content creators. If you type frugal FRUGAL in the chat, it will drop your channel link. Nightbot will, and you can also put joke in the chat, and Nightbot will try to be funny. Thank you, Nikki. I love yours too. I do too. And you know what? I said, I'm gonna stick beside it. I'm gonna stick beside it. But I did think about it for a second, and Lydia was like, "Why?" And when she said she made her point, I was like, "You're right," because my channel has gone through a lot of roller coasters of type of content. Like I said, I started it off as a weight loss content channel in 2011, and then I started doing recipes on there of some of the things, and the recipes were getting more traction, so I started doing more recipe content. And then now I just do whatever I want to do. So I like gardening, so I do content about gardening. I wanted to share about budgeting and stuff, so I did a couple things about that. I haven't done any videos, but I've done some lives about it because I feel like in everything, and I say this a lot, and Lydia and both TT hear me say it a lot, but each one teach one. If you have something that you know, don't feel like by sharing it with other people that's going to take away from you. There's a lot of people on YouTube who share budgeting and credit and that type of content. It's not going to take away from the fact that you share it. Because you know what? You might not follow any of those people, but you follow me. So if I don't talk about it because I'm like, well, those 20 people doing it, they can see it over there. Well, what if you never make it over there? And now you never know the information because you don't go there. Um, we are, Nikki, we always in a battle against something, usually ourselves, usually our own mind. But yes, very true. So I like to be able to share whatever I want to, like my art. If y'all was in Humble Stewards live last week, we did this live, this picture right here. I painted live against my own will. It was not pretty. Y'all should have seen it. It's people in here that were there. And I was getting frustrated. And Lydia was trying to like help me. And I was being frustrated with her. Like, it won't do it. It won't do it. But I got through it. I was like frustrated because I felt like it was an overwhelming task for me. I didn't feel like I could do it. When I saw the painting, I was like, you know, I don't think this is the one. Can we do something easier? And Beshel was like, girl, you got this. You could do this. I'm like, no, you're better than me at this. And no, I don't. I don't have this. And I was like, okay, I'm going to do it. I was reluctant. But y'all, listen. And I told her this the other day. Lydia pushes me to be better. She really does. I do talk to her outside of YouTube, and she speaks life into things. Like, I was getting frustrated with the situation of me not being able to get the wing to do to look how I wanted it to look in the beginning. And then at the end, I loved the picture. And I literally, that whole thing, that was a blank canvas. We had to freehand a little bit, draw some things, and then everything else is paint. And I just, I'm like, girl, I push because I'm frustrated because I don't believe in myself that I can do some things, but I appreciate somebody who pushes me out of my comfort zone. I do, because in the end, I did that and I'm proud of it. So there's that. But yeah, what y'all talking about? Nobody, would you say, can explain finance budgeting quite like you can. I don't know about that, but I think I can. I try to explain things in layman's. I don't like people who talk above head just because they have the knowledge to do so. I don't like it. I have made people feel small for that many a times. I've had people who try to do it to me and don't realize, because I work in the bankruptcy field now, just for an example. I work in the bankruptcy field. 20 years ago, I worked in the mortgage field. So there's a lady that works with me who does mortgage things for the office now, deals with the mortgage aspect of bankruptcy. And she will use terms that most people don't know what it means. You know, like those internal terms that you use at every office that are they called acronyms for different things. She will do that. And she did that to me in conversation one time. And then I was like, I broke down what she said. And she's like, oh, yeah. So, I said, yeah, I used to work for a mortgage company for 4 years before I came here. Oh, yeah, da, 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 da. But I'm thinking, why did you even do that? You know that most people wouldn't know what that means. So why would you do that? Does that make you feel smarter than them because you used a term that they wouldn't know? I don't like that. Maybe that's just me. I don't like when people do that. Don't talk above me because you think that you know something that I might not know. You might know it's something that I don't know, but you don't have to do that. It doesn't make you look smarter. It actually just makes you look like an a-hole. It's a blessing to have people in our lives who encourage. I agree, Nikki. I agree. Hey, Planter. Hey there. Yes. Doing things that we are not familiar with can be very scary. I agree. I was emotionally I must have came off to Lydia. She felt like she was pushing me too hard because in the end she was like, I didn't think you, because I made a comment yesterday or the day before, like, I would get up there and paint with you again. She was like, I didn't think you ever would again. I thought you were so mad at me. I said, no, I was mad at myself. It was projecting towards you because you were the person talking to me, but it wasn't towards you. I was frustrated with me because I couldn't figure out how to make it do what I was wanting it to do. And I didn't think you could fix it. So yeah, it was a whole thing, y'all. It was a whole thing. Gina, see, that's what I'm talking about. You're going to talk to us. Yes. Yes. And it's not like you're 2 years old. But yes, I get what you're saying. I am. Because I don't like when people do that. Because everybody doesn't understand the language. You know why you don't understand the language? Because that's not your line of work. That's not your I can't go and talk to contractors in their language because I don't do contracting work. I, I can't do that. I can't go talk to lawyers in their language because I'm not a lawyer. So don't talk to me. Don't do that. Don't do it. I don't appreciate. The only way you grow is getting out of your. I agree, Kaba. I agree, and I told her. I said, no, you should do that. Continue to push me because for one, you got me out of my comfort zone. I did something that I didn't think I can do. I am proud of what I did, and I needed that push. I need people who see in me what I don't see in myself and push that out of me. No matter what it is. Push it out of me. Don't let me push back. That's fear. And I be scared. But that's, we ain't supposed to be. So, yeah, you have to know your audience. Yes, Felicia. And honestly, I don't care if I'm a lawyer amongst other lawyers. We ain't got to sit here and talk like a-holes just because we can. I don't like it. I work in the bankruptcy field. I could sit here and talk that lingo all day long and try to make people feel like just because they don't know it, that they're smaller than me. They're not. They don't work in my field. I'm not talking. I don't understand MD. When I go to a doctor's office or a hospital and they talk to me like I understand these medical terms they be saying, I look at them just like this. Can you talk to me like I'm a person and not another? I'm not a textbook. I'm not a student who's trying to learn these textbooks. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. I don't like it. Fear of failure is one reason why we don't. I agree. I agree. Keep speaking it, Kaba, because I am that person. Like, it's things that I think about wanting to do that I have not done because of fear. I won't step out on it because I'm worried that what if it doesn't work? But what if I can't do it? What if I fail? And I gotta, everybody, you gotta stop doing it. I gotta stop doing it. Because you know what? But what if I don't? But what if, but what if, but what if I paint a picture that turns out great? And if you look at my picture and go on Beshette Journey's community page and look at her picture, our pictures look totally different. Totally different. Now, what's in the picture looks the same. You'll see an angel, a guardian angel. You'll see the sun. You'll see buildings, and off in the distance, you'll see all the same things: the road, the trees. You're going to see the sky. You'll see all the things. But just the difference in the color that we may have used, the way that we may have shaded things. We're watching the same video to learn how to paint this picture, and our pictures looked completely different. Completely different. The way TT described it, what did TT say that you laughing at? I don't appreciate it already. I don't even know what she said. Y'all was stressing me. She was like trying to get in the middle of it and calm it down. Y'all was stressing me out. I can't take pressure. I have to have someone beat browser. We was stressing her out. She was like, because I was in the end, Lydia's, like I said, looks totally different than mine. So I was like, mine, I still was failure, still in failure mindset. See, mine don't look right. It doesn't look like Lydia's. It looks bad. Da da da. So everybody in the chat is like, no, I love it. I love the differences. Just like Felicia just said. She loved first of all, art is the perspective of the artist. So you may get different looks. And what Tia said in the end is TT, she said, mine, when you look at the picture, appears that the sun is setting. And Lydia's looks as if the sun is rising. It literally does. It literally does. Mine looks like the sun is setting on the world, on this city. And if you go see Lydia's on her community page, hers literally looks like the sun is rising. It's brighter. Her sky is brighter. Her sun looks different. All the things. So, yeah. All the things. So, what did you say, Urban? You never know what you can do unless you try. True. And nobody likes being uncomfortable. Nobody likes it. Being uncomfortable, people pushing them out of their comfort zone. But in the end, like Kaba said, that's where you grow. And it is. That's where you grow. If I never tried gardening, which I almost didn't, but if I never tried gardening, because I think there's no way I can make something grow. Or, who hasn't planted a seed and got nothing? Who hasn't? Because you're lying if you say you haven't. That you haven't ever planted a seed and nothing ever came from it. But if you go through that and then you never plant another seed because of that, you'll never grow. You'll never grow from that experience. Like this year, some things that I grow this year, I won't grow next year. It's not because I didn't get anything from the plant, but it's because that maybe the plant was too invasive. Maybe too invasive for it to be worth me dealing with what I got from it. Maybe I'll grow it differently. Maybe I won't put it in a bed. Maybe I'll put it in a grow bag or a planter or something. You grow and you learn different ways that you want to make things happen. I've already started sketching out my plan for my next year garden. I'm not putting as much of certain things in that garden because I know that I don't need as many of those things next year. All the things. This is why there is room for everyone here on YouTube. Yep. We all bring our unique selves, skills, and ability. Agreed, Nikki. Agreed. So yeah, definitely. We all bring something to the community. Like, um, that's why I have my Nightbot set up the way it is. Like I mean, no, you don't have to be a channel that's like promoting all the other channels. That's not a necessity in having a YouTube channel that you promote everybody else. But I want our channel, some of our channels on here are just not as big as they should be for the content they put out. I mean, I love, there's something I love about every person I see who's popping up in this live of the content that they have. I love following what Nikki's over there doing, the everyday life of the OCD-ish chick. She has her garden, which is annoyingly great. She shares a little bit about her family. You might see one of her kids in the garden with you. You see the dogs here and there in the garden. You might see hubby in the garden every now and again. You see recipes of things that she's cooking from the garden. She's literally taking her basket, picking out the things that she's going to have for lunch, and go inside the house, fix it, and share that whole meal ideal and recipe with you. I mean, I love it. Felicia, you do have a small garden as well. I know she grows some things because she sent me some stuff. If y'all don't remember, she sent me some Jamaican sorrel seeds and some sorrel that she grew herself. Um, but Felicia, I met Felicia in these YouTube streets through the crafting stuff because she does. Listen, she's seasoned in crafting. Felicia be teaching. She's seasoned in that thing. I mean, she had her elders who taught her, and she is continuing to do a lot of those things, and she is good at it. So I love like that knowledge that I can get from that veggie farm. Listen, her channel name tells you what she's over there doing, right? Veggie farm. Another garden that is annoyingly perfect. I did not call you old. I said your elders. So that's who was old. You were not called the elder. I said your elders. Thanks, Kaba, for stopping through. I'm just chatting it up at this point. But thank you so much. Thanks for sending my package. I really appreciate it. And I'll be seeing you in them IG streets. But thank you. You are not a weirdo, Nikki. Stop it now. You are not. So I know that I have a special tribe of folk who will follow me. You know what I like too? I like authentic people. And some people you just Felicia's a mess. You just realize they're just their authentic selves. Speaking of, I didn't even know you were still in here. Urban Gardening Chronicles. Yes, and she gonna be her authentic self. So Urban will teach you some things, share some things, but she'll read you at the same time if you cross the line with her. I love it. Don't play. And she might read you about crossing the line with somebody else that she might like in these YouTube streets as a friend. Don't play with her. But great content. She's in Canada, so you get to see how someone is gardening in another country, and seeing what's happening there, what kind of weather, what kind of animals, what kind of all the things they have to deal with to get their garden up and going. We're pretty much kind of in the same grow-ish zone. I think she's a zone or two lower than me though. So I think it's because it's colder. It's much colder where she is. But it's very cold where I am too. But I like seeing that. And I don't remember, I think I came across Urban just because she came up. You know how you follow certain channels? I must have been following a channel that caused her channel to come up in my feed. And I tapped on it one morning. It was a morning on Saturday. She was live. This is a long time ago. She was live. This was before she started showing her face on YouTube. And she was sharing her garden. She was doing a walkthrough, showing what was in her garden, what she's growing, how it was doing. And that's how I started following her. But yes, and y'all know Cassandra's new to these YouTube streets. Cassandra, you need to get more content out there. Cassandra be trying to put out perfect content. You see what we be out here doing? We ain't out here perfect. Mm-mm. No. What Skinny Boy Randy say? It's about productive. Not is that what he say? It's about being productive, not pretty. I forget. I haven't watched his videos in a while, but I do like his. I like his personality. Um, but yes. Hey, Triple Threat. I saw you come in here too, sis. Hey, girl. But yes, and we ain't all gardeners. Triple Threat is a gardener, but all her content ain't about that. She be out here teaching you about those firearms and defense. Check it out. Check it out. Good content. Very good. Felicia talking about she is the elder in the room. Seasoned equal O. Seasoned, and you know what? I don't look at it that way. Maybe it can be taken that way though, because I didn't say it in that way, but because I consider myself to be seasoned in some things. But I feel like, because I always tell people, you know how people ask that question of, have you ever watched like a move, maybe a show, talk show or something, or even listen to a podcast interview, and they'll ask people, what is something, if there was something that you can change from when you were younger, or something that in your past that you can change that could change the how things are for you now, or something that that you went through that you would take out of the equation of what you went through back then, just take it out of your life. What would that be if there was something you could change or take away? And I always, every time I hear people ask that question, I'm like, I wouldn't change anything. I hit some bumps in my life. That's why I not teach about, oh, Lord. That's why I share, because I'm not a teacher in it. Seriously not. But that's why I share about budgeting and credit stuff and things like that, because listen, I made the mistakes. I was not taught it, did not know it, and I made the mistakes. But guess what? The mistakes caused me to grow. Those mistakes, those uncomfortable situations, those uncomfortable times when things happen that led me to crying and wondering how something was going to get paid and how I was going to make sure something didn't get cut off because I made a stupid mistake and did something I shouldn't have done with the money, instead of making sure I did what I should have done with the money. And now I keep saying teach, and I don't. I share my mistakes in order for someone else to learn and not have to make the same mistakes. Each one teach one. But because of those mistakes, I am in a better place now. If I never had those things happen, I could not have gotten to where I am now and grown. And I have grown. I'm just saying. Everything is not the worst thing ever. Sometimes those things, everything happens for a reason. That's how I look at everything. When stuff be going bad, even now, if I start having some things going on, I'm like, I just pray and say, show me what this season is trying to show me. What am I supposed to learn in this season? Because clearly there is something I need to learn, and I need to be taken in. So just show me. I don't be comfortable, but sometimes that's what it is. Me too, Veggie Farm. She said, I like watching y'all more than TV shows. I hardly ever watch TV. I agree. I'm the same. Oh, you did? I heard you say that on somebody else's chat, that your phone was broke. That's right. Yes. And honey, you got to save for them things, because phones are expensive. And I stopped paying for the insurance for them because I was paying for insurance for my cell phones. And then when it would break, the cost in replacing it, even with the insurance, I was like, I could just get a newer phone. By now, y'all done came up with 4 or 5 new phones. Stop playing with me. It's frustrating. Hey, Lashes. Hey, girl. Hey. Y'all be following Lashes' journey. She is doing what she did a retreat where she did like a cleansing. And so it was all natural. It was like a herbal cleansing. And they did some fasting. They were doing their own herbal teas with all herbs. She learned about a lot of different herbs, a lot of the stuff that her Healthy Home talks about on her channel as well, of using herbs to naturally not just cure the body, but just take care of the body. So she just did that recently. It was, and she shared it. She would pop in from time to time from the retreat. She would share some of the teas that she was putting together, and all that. And she's still doing it at home. It's a little different now because life is just different when you're at home. You know, she has children, so you got that, and she has a husband, so you got that. You have different things happening. When you could go away, you ain't got to focus on nobody but you. But when you come home, the other people be like, "Mommy, mommy, mommy, babe, babe, babe." So yeah, it's a little different. But she is still following. You're still following vegan and all that, I believe. Right, Lashes. I love variety. Everyone is unique. That part, my Renaissance grandma. Me too. I follow a lot of different creators. A lot of different creators. I do. I tapped on that. I must have tapped right back on it. What am I missing? Y'all see, I go from one chat. Yep. I do the same thing. I go here to see what I missed before I go on TV to see what I missed. I do. I was missing not being able to plug in because usually I can at least listen to something on YouTube. I didn't even have time to do that this week. I'm not even working. I'm working in a space, so it's like it's just a whole mess. But soon, our offices are supposed to be finished, and then the inspection, the city comes in and inspects the property to make sure that everything is to code. I think that's supposed to happen like in a couple weeks. So then things will be back to a somewhat normal. I'm looking at Nightbot's joke because he thinks he's funny. It said, "What kind of music does the planets listen to?" The Neptunes. But yes. What? I don't get that one. How does a dyslexic poet write in verse? Oh, okay. I'm like, I don't get that because I'm not dyslexic. I had to think about what it was again. But yes. Hey, I might be, but no. But yes. Anyway, guys, like I said, I wanted to share my packages that I got. I did share the link though, so if anybody wanted to come up, I pinned the link. I'd be funny about buying the refurbished phones sometimes, Felicia. It just depends. Cause I'm like, they ain't that cheap either. Would you say, Miss Cheryl? I look at all as I can. Yep. I do work and sometimes it's not possible. Yes. I typically at work can listen. I typically can listen and still get what I need to get done. But even if I can't listen straight through, I can pause and get back to listening or whatnot. Because I'll just put in my ear sets. It's no different than somebody listening to music while they're working. I listen to podcasts or YouTube. And that works for me. But yeah. And guys, I don't know how many of you guys are into canning. However, TT's Urban Pantry tomorrow night will be canning cranberry sauce. And I'm going to can with her. And I think Besha Journey is also going to can cranberry sauce as well. I think she said she got her cranberries because she was having a hard time finding them at first, but I believe she got her cranberries now. So we will be doing, that's at 9 p.m. So she does can late. But for you night owls, we'll be doing some cranberry sauce. And guess what? We getting into the holiday months, so you know, I don't eat cranberry sauce. Let me just be transparent in that. But my husband does. So I was like, I wonder if it make the homemade, which it probably is, because everything I tend to make to me homemade tastes better. Growing my own vegetables, making my own whatever, um, it tastes better than the store bought stuff. So I'm like, I might like it more than because I don't like that stuff in the can. So yeah, that's what we're doing. Cranberry sauce, yes. I'm probably going up into it'll be before November. One of my um, most viewed videos on YouTube is a dressing video for those who eat dressing. I don't eat stuffing, we eat dressing. Um, Tina, I had to get them frozen. They don't even have them out fresh yet. My store said they won't have them out fresh until next month for the holidays. But I was like, frozen it is. Um, but I might do a new, maybe I'll just figure out how to pull it and just put it back in rotation. But it's gotten a lot of views. And I have like a couple people, and then when I say couple, it's probably more than two, but I have some people who come back every year and make that recipe because they like it so much and their family love it. And they always comment that they're back and they're making it again that year. That is so endearing to me that they love that recipe and that they actually comment and come back and come back and let me know. Cornbread. And the one, and I don't even do it from actual cornbread. My mom did. I ain't that. Felicia, you see, that feels like judgment. My mom did both. I don't do the giblets. And now the sad part is I don't want to deal with it. Will I eat giblet gravy? Yes. If my mama make it. Cause we did my mom, my family, they are you don't waste none of that. Like the first time I made a turkey when I lived on my own, I was 19. I remember calling my mom and I was like, I'm gonna make this turkey. And she was like, okay. I said, what do I need to do? I had the turkey in the sink thinking, I need to wash the turkey, all the things. She was like, well, did you take the bag out the bag with the giblet, I think she called it giblets. I'm trying to think of the word she used, but she might have used giblets out in the neck. And I was like, what are you talking about? No, it's not. This don't have no neck on it. She's like, Gina, you see where it has like a little flap of skin that's going over the top of the turkey? And I was like, yeah. She said, pull that flap of skin back. And I was like, okay. She said, reach your hand on in there and you're going to feel something in there. I was like, I'm not putting my hand in there. 19 years old. I promise y'all I'm not making this up. She's like, Gina, stick your hand down in there. So I stick my hand down there. Y'all, of course, I'm acting like, you know how you be. And I pulled that thing out of there. Cheryl, you laughing, but it was real. And I was like, why would they put this in there? I don't need that. To this day, now I got gloves. Y'all see a lot of my videos when I'm dealing with meat. I wear gloves because I don't be wanting to touch all on that stuff. No. Sometimes I make excuses in my videos for why I wear the gloves. It's just because I don't really want to touch meat like that. I want to eat. I don't want to touch it. So I'd be like, oh, I don't want to get under my nails and other things. No, I don't want to touch it. So I throw that away. I don't cook it. But my mama did. She'll put in that cast iron skillet. She'll brown them up a little bit. Then she'll make her gravy, her roux and everything, make her gravy. And that's what we would use for our gravy for all that. It was judgment, Felicia, because you was trying to tell me that I'm still wet behind the ears because I think I know I'm doing in the kitchen, but I don't know because I ain't making giblet dressing and I ain't making cornbread dressing. I heard, that's what I heard. But I could make cornbread dressing, but I don't. But my mama did. She would, because that was how they did. She put that cornbread in the cast iron, make her cornbread, crumble it up, To make her dressing, she used the broth from her turkey, which I do that. I buy the cornbread dressing that's in the bag, the Pepperidge Farm cornbread crumbles. I use that. And then I dice up my peppers and onions and my celery, the trio, and I saute that down in a stick of butter. I put that in my breadcrumbs with some sage, some pepper, some salt, some garlic powder, and then I use the broth for my turkey. Yes, and I think that's pretty much it. You just season it up to taste. Of course, dress my whole you got to taste food while you're fixing it, so you need to be tasting it to see if it's seasoned to taste. Why can't they just pull the neck? Thank you. Thank you. That part, Nikki. I kid you not. To this day, I don't understand why they put that bag in there. And then if you froze your turkey because you got it early, then you got to wait for it to thaw. It that that part in there always takes forever to thaw. I don't care how many days ahead you put that turkey in the fridge to start thawing it out. You're going to struggle getting that dang on bag, and it's paperish. It be. I'm not happy about it. I'm not happy about it. But it's what you do. And that's the only way I've ever made dressing. It wasn't until after my mom passed that I perfected, not perfected. I literally was able to mimic her recipe. So I didn't perfect it, but I was able to make dressing and it tastes like my mama's dressing. And that's the recipe I did on YouTube. But it was even though I'm not using cornbread, the flavor is my mama's dressing. And I remember the first time I was able to mimic her dressing, we were having a huge family Thanksgiving. So I mean, when I say huge, I mean all of my mother's side. There are 15 kids from my great grandparents. So we call her we would do our family reunion shirts. We'd be the house of that child. So I'm the house of Tabitha, which is my my great grandmother. Yes, my great grandmother. So it's my great grandparents. So Tabitha, not Tabitha. Tabitha is my great grandmother. I did know my great grandmother. I used to cook with her as a little girl. So some of my cooking started really young. I remember making yeast rolls with her, apple pies. So we make our own crust. We slice up the apples. I help her with all that. And I was very young. I was probably about 11 when she passed away. But my grandmother, which is my mom's mother, passed away before I was born. So I never met her. Anyway, it was so out of those 15 kids, 14 of them had children. So all of us were getting together on that side. This is my mom's mother's side for Thanksgiving. We had this big banquet room, all the things. And I made dressing and it tasted like my mama's. And I told my brothers, and then when I got there, I was like, that dressing, you better get some of that dressing. It tastes like mama's. Tell me what you think. And my great aunt was there, which is my great grandmother's daughter. So my grandmother's sister. She was there and she tried it and she gave me the stamp of approval. And my great aunt cooked everything from scratch. She did though. She was every Thanksgiving I could think of, we were probably going over my auntie's house. We called her Auntie. And she cooked almost everything from scratch. The only recipe she couldn't mimic, nobody in the family could, was my great grandmother's yeast rolls. And I made them with her as a little girl, but I couldn't tell you the recipe or what she did to make them how they were. But everybody, that was the one thing they wished they knew how to make, was that. Yeah. But yeah, memories. But that was the year. This was proof. Trying to think, was I? Yeah, I was married. So maybe 7 to 8 years ago. No, it was longer than that. It was longer than that. Anyway, yeah, because I've been married 12 years. So maybe 9 years ago. Anyway, yes, that was the year. Yes, a lot of people make yeast rolls, but do you make my grandmother's yeast rolls? That's the thing, Cheryl. My mom and them, they could make they could make yeast rolls, but they didn't taste like my great grandmother's. That was the thing. And they was like, they would always say that, like, I wish I knew how to make that. When my mom passed, I didn't know how to make sweet potato pie because my mom always made the sweet potato pie. She always made a lot. So we would have sweet potato pie at her house for Thanksgiving, and she would send I have two brothers. I'm the middle child of three. So I have an older brother, younger brother. She would make us our own pie to be able to take home after said event. And then it was plenty of pie for people who came over to eat. So when my mom passed, I never made them before, and my great aunt was still living, and I told her that I asked her one time if she could teach me how to make sweet potato pie because I did not want her leaving this earth without me knowing how to make it, and she did. She's like, "Yeah, go buy the stuff, come over, and I'll show you." So we made sweet potato pie before. You definitely should, Tia. It's good. It's good. I'm not even patting myself on the back, but it's good. But it's my mama. So most of us think that our moms who cooked, can't nobody cook like our mama, right? Don't we all feel like that? Don't we? I know I do. It wasn't, my kid is like that with me, and I'd be like, girl, I don't be cooking like that. But let her tell it, her and her boyfriend. If I say I'm cooking, he's coming over here. He don't care if she ain't coming. He will call me sometimes after the day we have food and be like, Miss G, is there some leftovers over there? I'll be like, yeah. He's like, it's okay if I come get some before I go to work. Come on. But yeah, I don't feel like my mom might have felt the same way, but nobody cooked like my mama. It was only one thing that my mom's sister made that I liked. My mom didn't cook it, so it wasn't like I liked better than my mom. But my mom's sister, my aunt, she would make smothered chicken wings. And when I tell you, literally, the meat will be falling off of the bone. You literally, oh, child, stop. I'm making myself hungry. Literally, you could just take the wing piece and then just pull all that, and the bones would just slide. Oh, child, stop it. She used to do that just to entice us to come over and deal with the kids stuff because she liked to get. She had no kids of her own, so she every Halloween and Easter, she would buy like a bunch of candy. For Easter, she'd buy the candy and she'd buy eggs, and the kids, she would have all of our kids. So my kid, um, and my cousins, all of our kids would come over and they would dye eggs, and she would buy baskets so they could make an Easter basket. So they would all get candy, and she give them $1 to put in their basket, and this stuff. So she did that every year. And she knew we hated it. The adults did, because it was no fun for us. Because for us, she didn't give us candy, and if we asked for candy, she looked at us like we had four heads, like this ain't for y'all. And I remember when she met my husband when we were dating, she made him a freaking basket for one of the Easter things. We weren't even married yet. We were still dating. Listen, me and her used to go back and forth. I was like, no, how you gonna make him something? I'm your niece. You ain't never let me have no candy and stuff at the Easter. Favoritism. She liked him. But anyway, yes. So she would make chicken because she knew that was going to entice us. The kids didn't want the smothered chicken. They just want chicken wings. They didn't like that. But me and my cousin, we'd be like, did you make the wings though? All right, I'm going to start talking about food. But as we get into the holiday time, who cooks for the holidays? Who in here cooks for the holidays? I don't like holiday food like I used to when I was younger, but my husband does, so I do cook a Thanksgiving meal. My husband and my oldest. My youngest probably could care less. But my oldest daughter and my husband be wanting Thanksgiving food on Thanksgiving. I have seen where some families um, take different countries and write it on paper and put them into a basket, and they pull that country out, and their whole Thanksgiving will be meals that they each person will make of that ethnicity. Excuse me. I love that idea. I love that idea because I like trying different stuff. Now, I don't want to try weird stuff like octopus and stuff like that, but I like trying other cuisines, and I would love trying to make it and doing like we have Portugal this season. I mean, this year. We have Mexico. We have whatever. I like that. But my husband and the man's like, no, we want turkey. We want mac and cheese. We want dressing. And we want you to stick to the plan. Hilarious. But that's how they be. Michelle says she assists her goddaughter. TT says she does. She cooks. I know you do, TT. And then Mike says, I just seen something that I thought you said, Mike. Oh, I used to do a full spread for holidays. Decided like 5 years ago why. I ordered Chinese delivery and relax. My daughter-in-law has taken over the holiday cooking the past few years. I I tell my husband every year I'm getting too old for it. Cause think if when you cook, child, I literally the most restless season for me is Thanksgiving, because the night before I'm not that person who won't be heating up my stuff. I like my stuff to get finished almost all at the same time. So we have a hot meal that's fresh. I don't pre-prep stuff and cook it ahead of time and then just have to pop it. I don't do that. So the night before, my turkey goes in the oven. I do my turkey low and slow. It's a technique I learned from one of my cousins that her husband did. And literally, you once it's done, you can literally pull the bone and it falls off of the carcass. And then you just have turkey in there and you just break it apart in pieces. So you're not even slicing turkey and it's juicy. I kid you not. I was not a believer when she told me if she pops in here, because she does pop in my lives every blue moon. She's the one that I'm always like, there's my cousin. Her name is Brooke. And he what is that called? He I know you fry it. I've never had fried turkey. He brines his turkey, which I do now. I brine it for 24 hours and I do his brine combinations, but pretty much a lot of herbs and a lot of salt because you need a lot of salt in your brine. You don't want too much, but you do use a lot of salt in brine. And then it's lemon slice. You take a lemon, slice it up, just throw those in there. Take an orange, do the same thing. Throw those in there. You do fresh thyme, fresh rosemary, different herbs, and all that. And you just let it brine 24 hours, and it's gonna plump up. And then you bake it low and slow, and that thing be juicy. The broth be so flavorful. I have broth left in my freezer. It was so freaking good. I was like, this cannot get discarded. I froze it. I still have broth in my freezer that I froze because I stuff it with carrots and celery, the turkey, and they are so flavorful. The carrots and celery, child, I'm telling you, the bomb. So good. So I've been doing that technique for I don't know, 4 or 5 years. I think they showed me that because I don't like turkey. And she was like, you would like Jay's turkey. And I'm like, everybody says that, but no. And so I was like, but I'll try the rest the way he does it, and I'll try it. I said, because my husband loves turkey, and so does my oldest daughter. I've been making it that way ever since. They were like, that's it. When I tell you that was the first year we didn't waste any turkey, I'm not even being exaggerative. If I'm up to it, I'll do the whole process on a video. Because it's I mean, the first process is just creating the brine and putting the turkey in there. You'll see how I do that. I use a big tote, one of those totes you use for storage. Put everything in there. You're going to dump a bunch of ice. So it's going to be covered in ice. That's what's going to keep your turkey from going bad. And then you cover it. And it's going to brine like that. I usually put a towel underneath the tote and leave it in my kitchen and let it go for 24 hours. And then when you pull it out the brine, you just put it on your rack. I use a roaster with the rack in it. I put it in there, and you just season it up just like you seasoned your brine. You heavy season it, and it's delicious. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do it because I do. Even though I'm using the process that they use, I don't feel like I'm giving away his recipe either, because if I don't have a herb or a seasoning, I just use what I like to season my food with. It's all good. So yeah, because at first he was being funny about sharing it with me. I was like, "You gonna show me this recipe?" But it's good. And I'll show you the end. I'll show you how, literally put on video how I pull those dang on bones right up out of that mug. Good juicy, and y'all show you how juicy the breast and everything stay. It's amazing. Hey there, the educated natural. But yeah, and it's the time of year to share that. Like, I like to share those recipes too, because some people don't have that tradition of someone who does those type of recipes, and they're not that difficult, you know. And everything is based on the person. Like, some people don't like dressing, some people like stuffing. If that's your thing, that's your thing. It's just like the argument with mac and cheese. Some people like their mac and cheese this way, some people like their mac and cheese that way. Don't put no Velveeta in my mac and cheese. I don't even know why that's a thing, but that's me. Because I know I have seen some people who be like, if it ain't got, my husband, he likes that Velveeta stuff. I'm like, that is not cheese. Read the box. Processed cheese food, not cheese. Get it away from me. Don't like it. That's just me. Some people do. And I probably have eaten mac and cheese that has it and loved it just the same. So who knows? Who knows? But yeah. Anyway, guys, I've been going on and on. But yes, it's that time of year. Mac and cheese versus mac and cheese. Right, Felicia? See, my husband the same way, TT. Ugh. It is not even cheese. It's not cheese, TT. It's processed cheese. I'm the same way for sure. I'm not gonna say I don't use them. I don't consume them on purpose. So I may consume them, but it's not like I'm gonna go out and buy it and put it into. I like real cheese, and I like a lot of varieties of real cheese. Like even the fetas, and I love feta. The blue, the goat cheese. I like a lot of different kinds of cheese. So yeah, that's right. You sure don't like cheese. That's why you like processed cheese food. Right. Food product. Right. Felicia. Mm-mm. And my husband likes Kraft singles. Another, not cheese. He doesn't care for like cheddar and stuff. I'd be like, but you want, okay. All right. I don't particularly get it from the farmer's market. I will get it from, even when I get in the store though, it depends on what I'm getting, because I like a lot of different kind of cheese. So if I'm wanting like Asiago, of course I'm going to get that from the specialty cheese area in your grocery store. It just depends on what I'm having. I love Asiago too. I love a lot of, like, I'm not just spitting out cheese names to spit out cheese names. I like cheddar. I like white cheddar. I like yellow cheddar. I like um provolone. I like Swiss. I like them all. I am not that picky, other than I don't like food product cheese. I like cheese, but that's just me. Right. And I grew up eating Kraft singles, Mike. I grew up eating them. But now, I don't know if you guys ever had this happen. When we were kids, there was a cheese my mom bought. It wasn't Borden. I can't remember what the brand was. It did not melt. You could literally, I grew up with a gas stove in our house. I never had an electric stove until I moved out on my own. You could literally put the cheese to the fire and it would not drip. There was nothing. There was no, nothing. And they talk about now they not feeding us real foods. They're feeding us fake things like plastic and stuff. Honey, that was that was like 40 years ago. Not quite, but darn near. Because I was old enough to be, well, I started cooking at like 9, but I probably was still older than that. So let's say I was 12. So that was 33 years ago. We was literally. Talk to you later, Nikki. I'm about to get off here. Can't taste cheesy, or I won't eat it. I can tolerate Parmesan. I do like Parmesan as well. But there's not many I don't. But see you later. I'm going to get off here, y'all, though, because I've been on here for 2 hours rambling. And one day, I don't know whose channel we're going to do it on, but Felicia was asking the other day, like, because it appears that we know what we're doing with Nightbot. I know a little bit, but I've taken it from some other people and put it here. But one day we're going to share that for some of you guys who might want to know a little bit more about Nightbot and use it a little bit more in your lives when you go live, even if you don't go live, but just understanding how to use it. So it'll be between one of the three of us, TT, Beshette, or myself. We'll do a live where maybe we're all up on the panel and we share what we know. Honestly, Beshette might know more than... No, because I think I have one thing that she doesn't. So I don't know, because I don't think she does the jokes, but she does have the thing where you could drop your name to drop your channel. Y'all, Beshette, she is talented. I'm gonna just stop. She is talented. My banner that I have now that y'all be seeing, the Gina versus Gina thing. Yeah. That's Lydia. I'm not taking credit. That's Lydia. She told me what to send her. So the pictures I gave her, she told me what she wanted from me. What kind of pictures? So she told me what kind of pictures to send her. And that's all I did. That's all I gave her was pictures. And she created what you see when I put up those Gina versus Gina banners. I'm telling you, she is talented. That girl, and it don't take her no time. Be like, boom, boom, boom. Talented. I told her that needs to be a business. But we shall see. Our school had I don't know what that is, a slice stuck to ceiling for 4 years. Wow. No. She is talented, Cheryl. That's a fact. Yes. Join her channel membership. Join her channel membership. One of her tiers on her channel membership comes with quarterly banners. Don't get me wrong. I think is it banners, TT? Or no, maybe it's thumbnails. A quarterly thumbnail or banner. I don't remember. It'll tell you. Go check it out. Beshette Journey. Go to her page. You can read what it is before you become a member. what comes with the membership. But it is worth it. Y'all want y'all content to have like that YouTuber look, like when you go to channels and you be like thumbnail and banner, or banner. When you go to people's channels, you be like, dang, this look nice. And you're not paying for it. You're paying to be a member of her channel, which why not? But this is a perk for becoming a member of her channel. And you ain't gonna be disappointed. You could change it up because she'll get you, if you want one, she'll do a new one every quarter. Just saying. Check it out. Best Yet Journey. All right, y'all. I'm gonna get off here. But this was great. Thank y'all for sticking with me for so long. And yeah, I'm gonna see y'all in these streets because I'm gonna be on here this weekend for sure. Growing with Hudson says she's going live for her monthly live tomorrow morning at 11. Urban Garden Chronicle usually goes live about 8 something on Saturdays. The Everyday Life of an OCD-ish Chick goes live on Saturday night at like 7, I think. And TT's Urban Pantry go live tomorrow night at 9. We are canning cranberry sauce. Come hang with us. We be over there having fun. We do. Because for one, I'm not a night owl. So most of the time they be picking on me because I be sleepy. But we be having a good time nonetheless. And in the end, I'll be having some nicely canned food that I could just put on my shelf and then go back to and have for later. This is chicken soup. So if I wanted to make it chicken noodle soup, which I have, I've made it chicken and noodles before. And you just boil you up some noodles, dump this in. This is already flavored. You can see how I got a little color to it, the juice. But you can add some more seasoning if you want to. And there you go. It's already in a jar. The apocalypse happened. You ain't got no power now. You can eat this just like this. It's already cooked. Just saying. So come check us out. See what we doing. TT having me over there canning because I wasn't canning before her. Hey, Miss T with the T. Yeah. Hey, girl. And y'all know Miss T. She is such a support in this community. Everybody on her channel, she be shouting out and she gonna get people out there following your channels. Yes. She all about the support. So yeah, y'all. Check her out. Miss T, drop your channel link. You put in FRUGAL in chat and it'll drop your channel. So people can make their way over there. The 12 people who are still left in the live, or the 11, not including you, could come over and check you out. You don't have, there's no cap sensitivity to it. Just put in F as in Frank, RU. Yep, there you go. And it's going to drop your channel link. And y'all can check her out. She go live Monday through Friday. Miss T, what time you be going live? Because I'll be just popping in when I see you. When you pop up on my my notification. Is it 9? I think it might be 9 to like 11 or 10. No, it gotta be 9. Nightbot is cool. Do you have Nightbot? We're gonna have you figure out how to set Nightbot up. But what time you go live on during the week? Is it 9 a.m.? 9:30. Okay. 9:30 a.m. And she passes the mic as well. So she'll ask in her live before she's ending, who's going live. I'll pass the mic so that everybody in my chat can go head over to your channel. I'm just saying. Miss T with the T. So go check her out. And it ain't messy T. She ain't over there gossiping and all that. So that ain't the type of tea. But yes, go check her out. All right, y'all. Talk to y'all later. It's been real. Good night. See y'all in these streets. All right. Bye.